What's going on, Workforce? Brian here, and unfortunately to report a little bit more delayed news in regards to Final Fantasy XIV, especially as it relates to patch 5.3 and the North American Fan Festival. Yoshi-P posted a producer's letter up on the Lodestone. I'll include a link in the description for you guys if you want to go read it for yourself, but we'll dive into the article. I'll give you guys my thoughts as well towards the end of the video if you're interested. But the good news is that FanFest, while being canceled for North America, looks like it's going to be making a return sometime in the first half of 2021. So, we should be able to hopefully all be able to gather together at that time. Also, Gather Together, fantastic Final Fantasy XIV podcast. Go check them out. I think the name's just perfect. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into what Yoshi-P has to say. And then let's go ahead and discuss. As always, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, let's just do this thing. So Yoshi-P starts. Hello everyone, this is producer and director Nokia Yoshida. We have received queries from many worried players concerned with how COVID-19 will impact the North American Fan Festival, and allow me to explain the current situation. The North American Fan Festival was scheduled to be in San Diego half a year from now in November, but after much deliberation we have made the difficult decision to cancel the proceedings. Although we have been moving forward with various arrangements to adapt to the unfolding pandemic, we ultimately feel that we cannot guarantee the health and safety of the attendees, the performers, or company staff members who would be present at the event. Thus, it is with great regret that we have arrived at this conclusion, and I offer my sincere apologies for those who are looking forward to enjoying the festivities. Despite the cancellation of the San Diego event in November, however, we have not given up on holding our next fan festival in North America. Plans are already in motion as we examine the possible dates, cities, and venues for the festival in the first half of 2021. In adhering to the safety guidelines and requirements set forth by the national and local governments, it is likely that the future events will experience a number of restrictions, such as we're not only exploring a physical event, but also looking on alternative ways to realize the event digitally. We will share news and the progress and things to start and take shape, so please stay tuned for more information. Meanwhile, preparations are underway for the fan festivals in Japan, scheduled for December, and Europe, scheduled for February. As with North America, we intend to carefully monitor the state of the coronavirus pandemic and proceed with the events and the situation as it dictates. Rather than simply push to have the festivities go forward as planned, we feel it's more important that everyone, from the players to the staff and the development operations team, that is able to come together and enjoy these events wholeheartedly without worry. Again, we continue to keep you informed of any of the changes and other developments regarding these events as they occur. No matter what form the event takes, we are examining every available avenue to bring you the most memorable Final Fantasy XIV celebration in the most enjoyable manner possible. Keep an eye out for more news on the horizon. Now, I imagine that you're also wondering about Final Fantasy XIV's next major update, so let me take this opportunity to talk about the development status for patch 5.3. As of this moment, most of our staff have finished up setting up their home workstations and are able to access test servers, update data, and implement newly developed content. If you consider our usual pre-pandemic development production to be 100%, we are currently sitting around 85 to 90% capacity. The missing 10% can be attributed to work from home network issues, reduced debug efficiency, and the general stresses of adjusting to this new work environment. A gap will remain to close as time goes on. We have progressed from the almost complete halt in development to a near full operation, which means toward the end of next week, I'll be able to conduct what we call our producer-director check and begin a thorough playthrough of the main scenario and other content. Now, our QA team in particular has been hit hard by the loss of this regular workspace, and we won't return to full capacity until partway into June. With support from every department, however, they are making progress with patch preparations, and the Final Fantasy XIV team as a whole is working full steam ahead. So originally they were slated for June 16th as a release date for patch 5.3, and they've delayed it by more than a month to the very least, but we are pushing to keep that delay as short as possible, and we'll announce a new release date in the near future, so please stay tuned. Lastly, may I have once again extend my heartfelt sympathies to everyone who's affected by this pandemic, who wish to all have fallen ill and a speedy recovery. So I think it was even earlier today, like it was just kind of rumored, or I kind of posted that this update was coming, especially from Yoshi-P, namely because obviously the update into July. July kind of felt like the natural month to do so, because I know they were targeting June and pushing it by. Originally they were hoping for just a couple of weeks, but it just kind of felt like that was even like maybe too aggressive. So if you think about middle of July, maybe even late into July, and hopefully not into August, which is going to be particularly tough for some Final Fantasy XIV players who, like me, are very excited about the next part of the story, the next content, and all the stuff that's to come, like the next exploration zone and more. So they've been really working hard on this. We did know that already things got pushed. We do know that there's no deep dungeon. We do know that there's certain things that we're definitely not getting, and that obviously is going to be frustrating for those who are really looking forward to spending their summer months when they hopefully maybe have more time to play in the world of Final Fantasy XIV. And honestly, if you're still looking forward to that, there's plenty of things to do in the game that can occupy your time, unless you're done with everything, and to which then, hopefully you've enjoyed that time, and maybe you might want to try picking up a different game for the summer, at least until we have an official release date for patch 5.3. My personal stance, my personal plan of action is to come back a couple of weeks before patch 5.3, namely just to really hammer on the classes and getting them leveled up. But with this kind of delay, I might just come back a little bit earlier just to work on some more controller guides, because I know y'all's requests are piling up for those. I've been spending a kind of a sabbatical in Final Fantasy XI for the time being, and it's been wonderful to be back in the world of Vana'diel. And I'd highly encourage, if you haven't checked it out, or if you've been away for a while, this might be a good opportunity to spend a month hanging out in Vana'diel with us at that time. My thoughts regarding, obviously, the Fan Festival cancellation. I am not surprised by any means. In fact, in my mind, it's already been it was canceled way before it was officially canceled. Namely, just because it could be risky, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know how they're going to pull it off when everybody else seems that they're just not going to be able to pull it off. There's so many moving parts here. And then what's interesting that he talks about is both the location, they have to decide on location and the date. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And honestly, one part of me wishes I was a fly on the wall, and another part of me kind of really likes the surprise and kind of the spectacle of it all. Regardless, though, my hope is that with the North American cancellation, that we get to see kind of a whole different kind of setup here, because with Japan showing up in December, that's not that big of a gap. Europe to follow. Those seem to be still on the schedule, which is great. That means we're going to get more Final Fantasy XIV news. We won't be the first to get the trailer, but maybe we'll get a job reveal. Maybe we'll get some special thing out of it. Hopefully, honestly, if they even release 6.0 and we don't have our Fan Fest, maybe that'd be fine too if we were playing 6.0 and then we all get to go out to a Fan Fest to celebrate it. And who knows what information we would get, but we would get to see each other and hang out and have a good time. I wish I was delivering better news. Obviously, with the delay with the patch 5.3, I just feel like that's going to be pretty tough because it just is a long gap. It's a long gap in content. And especially with this story being set up as a part 1 and a part 2 with 5.2 to 5.3, that's hard. I really am excited to see where this story goes. And honestly, for those who end up returning, with the 0.5 patch, they'll be able to kind of experience that story without any gap, so to speak. But anyway, that's the news, guys. I honestly wish there was more I could elaborate on for you. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comments below what you're thinking. Hopefully this is going to be something that we can, we'll all get to celebrate in a year's time. And because that would be a lot of fun. I think that would be, especially, hopefully 2021 is, I would say 50% better. That would be a win over 2020. But regardless, anyway, guys, I love you very much. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic day. Sorry to deliver a little bit of bad news, but, maybe at the end of the day, it will work out for the best. Well, probably here in a couple of weeks, we're going to see some PlayStation 5 games, some new Xbox games, some new PC games. It's probably going to be a lot of really good things to be excited for, and stay excited for 5.3. Even though we did feel like that gap was going to be there, and it could hopefully still land in July. But we'll keep you updated here, work to game. Again, like I said, I love you. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Take care. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. This video is sponsored by me. If you guys like podcast and long form content, I hope you check out Ginger Gaming Radio. Link will be in the description of this video below. So if you're still watching this video, thank you, and check out the new channel for more content, and hopefully you enjoy. Thank you.